Hi, I'm Raymond, and I have an announcement for y'all. Unfortunately, we are having some internet troubles with tonight's stream, so we've rescheduled it tomorrow. I know that's a bit of a bummer, but these are the pitfalls of internet stuff. And let's be honest, the live streams exist as a means of generating the podcast. And the podcast episodes will not be late. The podcast episode will go up on time. But the live stream for this episode will be moved to tomorrow. Hopefully, the internet's difficulties will be sorted out then. If not, we'll just run today's session next week on the same day. But that won't affect the podcast schedule or anything like that. So I didn't want to leave you with nothing. So I thought we might just have a bit of a mess about. I'll only be on for about 10-20 minutes because I don't want to drag you guys into what is the word? I don't want to waste your time. So I thought I'd just take the moment to thank you guys for the Patreon. We've got a few backers, which is nice. Some of the reward tiers they're not hard to fulfill. It's just they make no sense to fulfill yet. However, our original funding goal for the $100 mark was at $100 we'd start doing a behind-the-scenes sort of show where we talk about what we've got coming up in the month and whatnot. I'm thinking of just going ahead and making that show, and I'll change the $100 goal to something else. I haven't thought about what to replace it with yet. But that's just so that our singular $25 backer can actually get something for their rewards. Because I can't really do the one-shot for Patreon backers because you only have one person that qualifies. But I can give them the other part of their Patreon reward, which is the chance to appear on that live stream. So I'm going to do that. I haven't thought about what to replace the 100 tier goal yet with. I'm just having trouble thinking of something because, I spent months and months. But if you've got any ideas, I'm open to hearing it. Yeah, but thank you for all that support. And if you're wondering how to support Insert Quest here, but you don't have the money to give to the Patreon, share our podcast episodes and our WordPress posts. Tell people about the podcast, what you like about it, because that is the most effective way for people to discover the podcast. If we bought like Facebook ads that bumped our posts up on people's Facebook feeds, that's not really going to drive that many people into our net, so to speak. Podcasts succeed are far more likely to succeed based on user recommendations. So you recommending us to your friends and acquaintances, people in your RPG communities and stuff like that. That's what's going to really help us out. If you're in a online group where they talk about gaming stuff, mentioning the podcast is great. I tend to mirror post episode links to the Google Plus communities for the relevant games. So when we were running Apocalypse World, I was mentioning each new episode over there in the Powered by the Apocalypse community. And if you're active on the Fate community, you would have seen that I've been posting the Base Raiders game, mainly because we're the fucking only Base Raiders actual play thing that has been mentioned there. and I'm the only person that's ever asked questions about Base Raiders on there. Obviously, the game designer, Ross Payton, who runs Role Playing Public Radio, has done some games of Base Raiders, but and I believe they have a Base Raiders campaign coming up soon. But a lot of the stuff that they've done have been for Base Raiders has been one shot so far, just because they ran a campaign of the proto Base Raiders game. But they have a new campaign of that coming out, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's nice that they sort of have coincided slightly. I believe they're playing their Base Raiders campaign now, so it should be going up like January, November probably, but maybe later. It'll be good to hear about that though, and see what more is coming out of it. I don't want to spoil the end of the month live stream, which I will probably do on Tuesday the 29th, my time, so that it doesn't run into our... Actually, you know what? I'll do it on the first. We'll have those on the first. I think that'll work better. So the first of every month will be when the behind the scenes live streams will happen. That'll work. Wonderful. Cool. Does anybody have any questions at all? I am active on the live chat at the moment. I do apologize that the stream has been pushed back. It's looking like we'll have to do it next week, the makeup game, unfortunately. But as I said, that won't affect when the podcast comes out. Podcast is on schedule to come out as normal. It'll only affect the live stream schedule, so that's good. Yeah, I do occasionally, by the way, play live stream video games on Twitch. It's very rarely, but I do sometimes. And I announce, you can see when I'm doing that over on my personal Twitter, which is usulray1500. Yeah, we're currently revamping the WordPress site too, because I'm trying to make it easier to find the links to our various social media stuff, because as you know, we've been changing the opening script and the ending script, and the new opening script is working, but the new closing script for episodes is still in beta. So we're still working that out, and I'm trying to develop a better one. And part of that is just saying, go check us out on social media, rather than listing everything. Yeah. Another thing I'm trying to do is to try and say less. So I'm trying to get to the point where I just pause. I don't want you guys to have to listen to me say all the time. I'm sure that gets annoying. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll probably call it there then. I just wanted to let you guys know that we were having that internet trouble. I mean, I had this event scheduled, so I thought, I'm already in the Hangout chat, might as well announce it. So I'll let you guys get on with the rest of your night, and I'm sorry if you set aside time just for this. Be sure to check out the podcast, as always. Anyway, farewell from the past. I'm Raymond.